Yam Yam.
Welcome back to All That Jam, where music has no limits. We're joined today by Tom and Jason from Yam Yam. We last talked to you guys back in March of 23, and since then you've had quite a bit going on. You have a new album, a couple singles all the way out, already out. You've been hitting the road. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, man. We're yeah.
Having an excellent time making new songs.
Having the time of our lives.
Having the time of our lives.
Yep.
Yeah, we have.
That's a
We're
good
like,
thing.
we're
So,
working.
so you got two singles. Why don't we jump in with the singles? Which came first, Wasted or Sizzle?
Sizzle, I believe.
Okay, so what's the? Can we get a little of the story behind it and what inspired it?
Oh, that one. That was another collab. That's like a yammer, we like to call them, where somebody comes in with one part and then we bring it in and everybody kind of picks at it and adds a little thing. I don't think I added too much to that one myself. That melody doing it, you did that, right, Tom?
I don't remember at all.
Yeah, we're like one big organism sometimes,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that started as just a beat on probably Xander's computer and brought it to the room, and we made that out of it. Yeah, I don't
even remember who did the melody.
Me neither.
The words were probably Dempsey. This is driving me nuts. My glasses are really crooked. You see this?
You're okay.
You're in good company. We all totally get it.
I didn't even realize I'm looking like a goofball all this last couple of weeks. I don't even know.
So is that a common thing for you all? Like you said, we kind of all are, breathing in the same kind of like inspiration for stuff. So it almost is hard to separate out one person's, contributions from another, or is that something that happens, here and there for certain songs?
That's a good question. It's hard to say.
I'd probably say more often than not, right? Like it's usually like that. Like maybe
there's usually a seed. Somebody's got a seed,
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes it just comes from the ether,
Yeah.
We all kind of grab it at once as a group.
Right. Garcia and Hunter always talked about Wharf Rat. It just appeared one day.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Yeah, that's one too. Yeah, Sizzle too. Of any of the songs, that's one I have no idea where any of it came from. Nice. I think Dempsey might have started a beat, and then the melody, I don't know where it came from. Then with the other parts, there was other parts. Oh, I think I helped him out with the beat a little bit. I remember working on the beat with him, I think.
Yeah, I can hear that in my head.
Like Wasted though, that song is like Dempsey did most of that. We added a couple little things, but that one was mostly. Then there's some songs where like Xander did most of it. I usually end up kind of coming in with melodic stuff because I do horns. So like I kind of usually figure out melodies a lot of times. But I love doing chord progressions too. But everybody else is usually pretty on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So how have they been doing live? What did the people voted on them?
Oh, honestly, a lot of these songs we've been playing them for years, and
usually goes over pretty good. I think Wasted goes over. Both of them go over pretty good live. Sizzle can be like a bit of a banger sometimes.
I think so. I think that's a hit there. Number one with a bullet.
That one's fun. It's a lot of fun to play live. So if we're having fun,
Do you feel like you have a really large back catalog and that that's an easier way to go with what you're going to release in an album? You hear some bands and they're like, yeah, we wrote a whole batch of new songs, but by the time we recorded them, we had written a whole nother new batch of songs, kind of thing.
You say that, we're literally in that situation. Like the Slurp album that's about to come out, we've been playing those songs for so long now that it's like people are already going to be familiar with them, and we've written so many other songs now that's like a full album's worth already that we have ready to like figure out, and like, you know, we're probably gonna be working on putting together another album soon, you know. Like
So is that where Local on the 8th is going to be kind of featured within that new album? Because I wanted to chat about the song and also the video, which I totally dig.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that I don't remember where that one came from either, but it was definitely Weather Channel inspired.
Totally.
Local on the 8th. Or, is that ring a? Is that a thing around here?
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
I did too. Oh no, I did too. So I grew up in Jersey, so even seeing like Islip and some of those, you know, the cities with the stuff like at the very beginning, I was like, it felt
in the morning. It's so much easier than watching the stupid local news. You could go to the Weather Channel for 30 seconds and you were good.
And they play some jams on there, like ever since I was in even middle school and high school. I remember being like, wow, they're playing like some, like, you know, sometimes they got Weather Report on there, like, which, I mean, not the Weather Report, but like the band Weather Report,
right.
Like, you know, stuff like that. It was like, whoa, this is like some good stuff, like, you know. And then we're trying to get that mood of too, like, where, you know, you wake up for school in the morning and it's snowing and you're waiting for that thing to tick by to see if your school's closed, and
they make you go online and go remotely for the
day. There's no fun in that anymore, you know? Like I have such vivid memories of that. Maybe that's why I love the videos so much. I grew up at the shore, and so north and west of the city was where all the school closures were, never for us. So, you know, it definitely evokes a certain feeling.
Oh, there's no excitement like that, you know.
Yeah, and like I love how like you put yourselves inside the television, right? Inside kind of the scene, as really became a part of the whole thing, like melded together. So the production on it is cool because I really like whatever that kind of like filter or effect over it, to me, really works with the song too.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. That was Aaron mostly, right?
I think that was Josh Nesmith who did the
okay.
Josh inside the TV. Yeah.
And what is his company, or is he just work? Is he just a buddy of yours who did it?
Nesmith Productions or something like that, or?
Yeah, Josh Nesmith. Yeah, he's a good friend of ours. He does great work. Yeah, Josh Nesmith.
All the guys around here, like, you see him doing work for a lot of musicians around this area. And where does he do stuff like?
Oh, he's worldwide now.
He's all over now, right? He's top notch.
He's doing really well.
He's coming for Europe and Asia next.
Hey, so I had a question for both of you. Just knowing your roots, you know, and kind of that Pennsylvania scene, whether it's Philly or even a little bit north of there. How did the news of Peach Fest kind of strike you all? Because I know that's even on your Bandcamp page. I mean, those recordings are so prominent from sets you've played there over the last couple years. How do you all feel about that? Besides, we know it's tough to see that change, but I was wondering if you had any other thoughts now that it's been a little while.
About it being like kind of canceled.
Yeah, because this comes up for us quite a bit in conversation.
They're like a beach thing now or something.
Yeah,
one day, Atlantic City, I think, right?
That could be cool, I guess, you know. And same with summer camp too. That one we got the last two of those. Like, are they moving that? Yeah, we had some great.
The sad thing about Peaches, though, it got bought by Live Nation, and then they killed it.
Yeah.
See, that's where it's like a double-edged. Like, part of me is like, oh, I'm gonna miss this. Part of it is like, it's kind of getting weird now because of the, you know, like we there was like a weird, awkward thing where like not just us, but all sorts of artists were like wanting to hang out for the weekend, and they're just like, you can't. You just gotta go. You can't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was really strange. I don't know if it was just like a miscommunication or what, but
you got 2 hours to pack out and
I mean, that's right? The joy of the festival, right? Like, the beauty of it is you get time.
At least it's like not that big a deal, right? You just hang out.
So that was last year's Peach Fest?
We thought it was just us, but it happened to like guys that are way bigger than us, like, too, like, you know. It's just like, But I don't know. That's Live Nation, you know. But
I hear you. All right, let's pull it back around to the album. It comes out September, right? Are we getting another single between now and then, or we know everything we're seeing up front?
Tom, you would know this, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any more singles planned. It's actually coming out in August. It'll be August 24th.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the whole shebang.
But August 23rd, I believe that album's coming out, and then we're doing a big celebration in our hometown, Harrisburg, on the 24th. So that'll be cool.
What's the venue?
The album release show.
Oh, at the Abbey Bar. Yeah.
Nice.
Is this your home turf? Is this like your home away from home club?
Yeah. We all kind of grew up going to shows there.
That's where we did our first album release, right?
That was where we did our first album release.
Yeah. We got a good turnout for that one. Like it was like like that really helped us get on like the Billboard jazz charts.
Nice.
Awesome. Very cool. And before that, you're going to be out here by me in Colorado for a couple of dates, playing at some great venues, and Beanstalk, which is such a fun event hosted by Magic Beans, who we love. And they just closed out High Sierra like a day ago or so. Played the last night of the fest. Yeah. So they'll be coming back with a lot of energy. And I couldn't remember, have you all been to Beanstalk before? Is this your first time playing that event? Do you know?
No, I don't think this is our first time.
Yeah. I've been to Colorado, but not Beanstalk.
Okay.
That would be cool.
You're going to love it. You'll be able to hang out there, I can guarantee.
Okay.
No one's going to kick you out. As long as you want.
And it might be even cooler. So you guys drive out there, huh? You're Pennsylvania, and you do the drive out to Colorado.
There was one time we flew out there, but it was just for one show, and they had a backline for us. But the other times we've gone to Colorado, we drove out. It was a heck of a drive, but it's beautiful, you know. And you got to see a lot of scenery.
33 hours from Baltimore. I've driven it a few times.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have to plan days ahead, like, or this day, and just
when we got shows on the way out. What's that?
Oh, cool. First time I drove out to Colorado, the two people with me, I had a stick shift. And I get like 8 hours in, we're in Canton or wherever, somewhere in Ohio. And I'm like, who's taking over? And they're both like, I don't know how to drive a stick shift. I was like,
oh yeah. Does anyone have a stick shift? A Sander?
Yeah.
It's been a minute for me.
If I get it up to speed, can you hop over if I get it up to speed on the highway? No, they were like, no, we're not.
Yeah, I specialize in driving at night. That's my strong point. I can go till the sun's rising and still go further, and I'm a night owl. But my weakness is driving in the morning, so I'm just like sleeping in the car. But like we have to leave early.
Yeah, I'm a napper. People hate me. They put me in the front seat, and I'm like, before we're out of the parking lot, I'm snoring. They're like, dude, you're worthless.
Yeah, same.
Well, I respect what it takes, to make those drives and have worked for bands and driven the van around and thought I left people at rest stops because this was like in the early days of cell phones, so you really couldn't do anything about it. Did not lose anyone. Didn't actually
imagine.
Thought I did, and I was afraid to say anything.
Fiddle player. We lost the fiddle player.
I know. So before I kind of skipped ahead a bunch because the Colorado dates are in August 8th, 9th, and 10th. Including Breckenridge Brewery, which is an awesome spot for music, and people love. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. But you've got Trout Stock coming up in a couple of weeks.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
heard really good things.
Be really fun.
Is this all new to you? Are all these festivals that you have coming up all going to be new to you?
I don't remember any.
Trout Stock. Yeah, we've never done Trout Stock. We're doing the Big Somethings Festival. That's new to us.
The Big What is what that's called,
Yeah. So I guess it kind of worked out.
You have the Adirondack coming up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it is a good year for new festivals for us.
Yeah.
Right. Now, were you laying the groundwork for this last year? I mean, it seems like you guys are making a big push over the past few months. There is this been a long-term plan? Are you like thinking down the road 5 years, or are you just taking it as it comes?
What's that exactly? Getting was what a plan? I'm sorry.
Like you have a bunch of festivals. You know, it's one of those things that you have to think about ahead of time. There's a lot of, if people don't know, a lot goes on behind the scenes to get a band onto the stage.
Yeah. Well, we're lucky to have a team of people that kind of do all that heavy lifting for us. You know, I don't know. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, do you look down the road and you say, I want to, in 3 or 4 years, play First Avenue in Minneapolis, or, you know, or are there certain places that you're looking to go to? Are you like, in 5 years we can hit Red Rocks?
I mean, Red Rocks would be a dream come true, right? Like, that's probably the big goal, right? Like Red Rocks. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be.
Well, you got Cervantes, but not Red Rocks yet.
It's on its way. A bunch of bands just had their very first shows at Red Rocks over the last month or so, and it's super exciting to be there just to see that. So it's all going to happen. I think it's kind of cool to see the progression out here of just venues, and then kind of like moving, because we have Dillon Amphitheater out here now, and you can
play at the airport.
Yeah.
You could.
I mean, Jam
Crew. They have a thing at the airport on Sundays, and like the Motet's playing there. And I said something to her. She's like, "Oh, it's a great place." I'm like, "It's the
Motet." That was one of our favorite co-bills too. The Motet, playing with those guys, it was a good matchup of sounds too, like their style.
I could see that.
It was, and they're really cool, nice guys. They're really, everybody we've been playing with is really nice, honestly. But it's like, they were very friendly, and like, and I want to do Jam Cruise.
There you go.
There you go.
That would be so cool.
I might get motion sickness though, like, because my dad gets it. But on cruise ships, it doesn't rock as much, right?
No.
So you wouldn't really feel any of that. Like,
and they have Dramamine at the counter, at the front counter. They got Dramamine.
The nausea bracelets.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing, or is that just like
I actually don't know.
People use them, but I don't know if it's just one of those placebo effect things,
Probably a little bit of both.
The only cruise I ever went on, my ex-wife was like 4 or 5 months pregnant, and she got sick. So like the first 2.5 days, she just laid in the room sick, and I was like,
from the motion sickness.
See, if it was Jam Cruise, you'd have a lot of stuff to keep you entertained.
I've never been on a cruise before, and they seem like, honestly, they might be like weird and tourist.
I don't know what.
Like, if it was that might be fun,
If they don't have music, I wouldn't know what to do. This one was the Radiators. The Radiators played 5 shows over 7 days, so I got to go see them every day. But the rest of the time, you eat or you lay there and drink.
That's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, one time in my life, I was trying to get a gig on a cruise ship, and then they just sent me the music that we were going to be playing the whole time. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, hello, my baby, hello, my honey, like this kind of stuff, I don't know.
Well, can I ask you a follow-up to that? That just made me think of something, actually. So when we talk with horns players, a lot of times they'll say, we get our music, right? Whatever that might mean in this situation, like a couple hours before a show, we arrange it for what we need to be doing. Like the preparation, it seems like on that side of things is very different than
good sight reader.
Yeah. Do you feel like those kind of skills like really are a match for what you do? Because it seems like a different experience almost, the prep.
I'm personally good at sight reading and playing in like pit type things where you just have to have a lot of music and switch instruments. Mm-hmm. I also love learning stuff by ear, and with Yam Yam, it's like very much by ear. Like, it's strange because I usually like always have like chords progressions going in my head, and like, but with Yam Yam, it's such about there's something with it, like where I don't find myself thinking about that stuff as much, and it still works great. Like I don't think about the chords as much or the key, even the key. Sometimes I'm like, what key am I even in? But I'm still playing and it feels great. Like usually I obsess about that. Not obsessed, but I'm usually always on that mental thing. But we're not really writing. And most of the other bands I was playing with before, I would always go in finale and chart the stuff out and give it to just so we had something to refer to in case two people get into an argument about something. Like, oh, we did this, and I'm like, nope, I got it written here on this thing. Like, this is what we decided on, and it's objective, you know. But we I don't know, with Yam Yam, it's very much like the ether type thing where everybody just kind of a lot of telepathy, and I love that. That's like great. Like,
you don't even know who wrote the songs.
Yeah, we don't even know. It's a one big brain, you know, like one big like collective consciousness.
I feel like it comes across in the performance too, with what you guys do.
100%.
Yeah, we'd like to think of it as a big old democracy. I like to think of it as like everybody's just, we're just a gang. No one guy trying to, no, it's just everybody's just doing their thing, and we all fit in where we fit in, and you know, it's and I think that's a good vibe nowadays. You know that.
Sounds good. Now, you guys are still recording everything, releasing it, or are you on Nugs?
We're doing Nugs. I don't know what the last Nugs we did. Would you know? Like,
oh, I don't remember, but yeah, we got some shows up on Nugs.
Nice.
I think,
and are you also still doing Bandcamp?
Yeah, yeah, we're still on Bandcamp too. Yeah.
Trying to send people where to go. You're better off going to find them on Bandcamp because you can throw them a few bucks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can get money easier there, right?
Right.
Seems
that's
like yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think? Can I ask you off the top of your heads what you make at Dopapod? Did you hear that they're going to be retiring because the road?
Really?
Yeah, they said they're playing through the end of the year and that's it.
I didn't know that. Whoa. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I was pretty saddened by that. I love Dopapod.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're another really nice. They're everybody in that band.
That's true. Yeah, Road Warriors. I mean, they've put in more miles than most in our scene for sure. You know, just year after year. I always was amazed when I would see their tour dates come out. I think they're not even fitting on a page. You know.
Yeah.
The Road's be chewing up a lot of bands lately. There's this band, the Bobby Lees. They decided they have good record sales. They had a bunch of people showing up at shows, and they were still like, it isn't worth it.
Yeah, some people just like to be in the studio more, like, you know, which is cool. Studio is great. Like,
we all want to be Steely Dan.
Very cool.
3 years and 9 million. I'll make you a best album ever. Trust me.
I love it. So I know that so you've got the album, you know, piece coming out, and you've got you know, all the festivals and stuff that we were talking about. You know, I'd gone back actually on Bandcamp, and I'd listened to a bunch of stuff that you all had, you know, popped on there. Some of it was going back a little ways, like to 2018. Like thinking about where you all are today, like has there been a noticeable shift in just the kind of music you're putting out there? Anything that you feel really has like progressed, you know, in terms of how you're approaching all this?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely been a progression of the sound and the way we play with each other. I feel like lately with the stuff that we've been writing lately, the stuff that's not going to be on the next album, but it's like I think we're finally tapping into a pocket that I think we've all been kind of searching for since we started doing this thing. And yeah, I don't know how else to describe it other than just a particular type of pocket that
the Yam Yam sound.
Yeah.
It is a priority. Like that pocket is really just such a priority. If it's not there, like a lot of stuff just doesn't fall into place as well, you know.
Yeah.
Getting that pocket, you know.
How do
you even define that?
with all the new tunes, how is set list? Like, are things getting dropped if some says things disappeared, older stuff, because you got a bunch of new material?
Some stuff hangs around for a while. Juicebox been hanging around for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, but it happens kind of naturally. It's not too much of an issue, really. It just seems to like morph naturally, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, sometimes we don't know if we're gonna have enough. Like, you know, like, and then sometimes it's too short. If it's like a 50-minute set, or then we're like, oh man, we might not be able to fit all this in. But
That's a challenge
then
for
we have
sure.
to cut out some of the covers and stuff, you know. But like,
Right. So who writes the set list?
we all like another same thing. We just all get it together and, you know, toss it around, and like usually not very shortly before the show, probably. Like,
The way to do it.
yeah,
You get the
like,
vibe of what's going on around you there.
I mean, I played with some bands where they just have a set list, and that's just their set list for a long time, and they just keep it that way. But this one, we just change it up, so it keeps it fresh, you know.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah, some bands. Well, but some bands, they know that the people are only going to come see them one night. I think in our world here, we're hoping that the people are going to come 2-3 nights and see us a few nights in a row. So,
I mean, it's almost like more for us to like vary up the set list, you know, like just to keep us like feeling, I think, like, because yeah, we'll be playing different places. It's like very unlikely somebody's going to be at the same show and be like, they did that same thing, you know, like, you know, it's not like, I don't know.
well, again, man, come on.
Well,
I love Mick Jagger singing Satisfaction every night for 60 years now.
hey, he's on my wall back there.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
I treat him like the Notre Dame gold football helmet in the locker room. You know, you just kind of like tap it on your way out the door for good luck, you know?
They broke out Street Fighting Man the other night. One of my favorites there.
In Chicago?
No, BC, British Columbia.
Okay.
Lake Trout did a fantastic version of that years ago.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you remember Lake Trout. They were a Baltimore
That
band.
was wild.
Yes, they totally do.
Are they still doing like?
No, they don't exist anymore, I don't think.
I remember seeing them randomly around here, like at
Right.
Egley Park or something like that. Like
They would get like the opening for Brothers Pass gigs back in the 2000s and things like that. That was where their spot was, I guess. And then they would do the flip. Brothers Pass would come to Maryland, to Baltimore, and open up for Lake Trout.
Yeah, a lot of the bands we've been co-billing have been pretty cool about doing that. Like sometimes we open, sometimes they open. Like it's
smart too. You know, if I'm coming to Harrisburg, I don't want you opening for me. I want you playing after, because you're going to pack the house, and hopefully you're going to tell your people, be cool, come see the opening band.
Yeah.
Come check them out. Because the worst is when the opening band packs the house and everyone rolls out.
Yeah, that happens a lot around here with a lot of different bands. I've noticed, like the local bands will rip, and like everybody's coming out to see them, and then like the venue, it's great. It's funny too, because they won't even get paid hardly anything, and then like the you know, the main band plays and half the people are gone, you know, and like but they still get all that, you know, a lot more of the perks, you know. And it's funny, it's weird how to gauge that, you know,
As long as the check clears.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with that Mountain Music, was that Mountain Music where we set the whole thing up? We like drove I don't know how many miles, and then we set the whole thing up. We sound checked, and the second it was about time for us to start playing, torrential downpour, and then it just, after 10 or 15 minutes, we're just like, it's not going to stop, you guys can just go home. And then we just it was literally just a sound check. Was our whole show, and then we got paid every cent, like, you know, they paid us. And
right,
felt bad about it. I was like, dang, like, you know.
That's why you buy insurance. I guess that's why these festivals all buy insurance, or you hope they do. Yeah, you don't want nonsense. Like the Skull and Roses Fest earlier this year, the guy just canceled it the week before, and was like, I don't know if I'll be able to give any refunds. People were like, whoa. Started calling their credit card companies, and all of a sudden he's like, refunds for everyone.
Oh man, I gotta turn this AC on real quick here.
Oh man.
Oh, wait, that's
You don't want to end up. You don't want to end up in that situation. All right. Anything you guys want to throw out off the top of your head? You're playing this weekend, or we off this weekend?
We're off this weekend. We go back out on the 26th, playing a show in Philly with Wax Future and the Jonathan Lord Coleman and Kimmock. And there's someone else in there I'm missing. I'm just the guy from Muscle Tough, and I don't know. They're sick. And Dope Pop. No, Eli from Dope Pop. It's their trio. Yeah, with them. And then we have Chop Stop the next day.
Well, we'll put a bunch of links down there. I think I already threw in your socials and everything in your website, so we'll make sure people find out where you are. You got anything else before we wrap up, Amanda?
Only that I am stoked to see y'all out here in Colorado. It's going to be very good time, and not trying to rush anything, but happy that you're making it out this way again for sure.
So are we. I love Colorado.
Oh yeah.
You guys going to go see any fish?
Oh, I'm trying to go to Mondegreen.
Nice. If you do, let me know. Hit me up because we're going to have the plus flag there. Amanda's going to be there too, so we're going to be getting in trouble. Hopefully it isn't like 95. I guess it's as bad in Pennsylvania as it is in Baltimore today with 100% humidity and it's 120 heat.
When I was in my car, it said it was 99 degrees. So
it's just wrong.
Off a little bit. Yeah, it's just too much. It's enough,
Just wrong. All right, great. All right, thank you guys. Remember, everybody watching, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're watching this later. Let us know what you think about what we're doing. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long. We'll see you soon.